Well, it's Sunday morning, 33, 34 degrees. It's gonna be fun out there today on the track. Corvette's trying to warm up a little bit, and let's go ahead and get after it. All right, so session one, it was really cold. Didn't really try to do anything. Took it extremely slow and tried to put like 5-ish laps in until it started to feel a little bit more comfortable with the tires being up to temp. Yeah, session one was just really a shakedown, and let's go ahead and jump into session two.
Got a red flag with an EV coming out. Looks like down at turn 1, someone may have gone into the tires. I don't know. That also might be on the far side of the track. That might be past turn 1 on like over by turn 9. I don't know. It might be that Miata over at turn 9 that couldn't get back out. All right, so they black flagged the session.
Alright, so just back, man, it's bright. So just got back into the pits from session 2. It was black flagged and they did have to bring an EV out. Miata went off at turn 8, facing the wrong way, and then they had to bring some corner workers out to look at the track. Don't know if some fluids went down, but overall it was pretty rough session. Someone had a moment in between 2 and 3, put a lot of dirt on track, and then had the Miata go off a couple laps later. Oh well, so it goes. Didn't really get to work on anything that I wanted to work on that session, so it's kind of a wash, but it happens. So they canceled our third DE2 session. Someone in our group had a fairly large oil down in the braking zone to a turn, caused like 4 people to go off. Took a while to clean the track back up. Sucks that they canceled one of our sessions, but I guess it happens. Yeah, so I've got probably 40 minutes till I go back out. Trying to grab an instructor who's not busy instructing the DE1s or driving in their own session to do a lead follow lap with me, just because I don't have a 6-point harness in my car, meaning that I can't really have a passenger. Yeah, so hopefully can find one to do a lead follow, and we'll see how it goes. right, so as you can kind of see, the last section or the last little bit of lap 6 on this last session, that's where they threw the checkered flag. So saw it, got out of the gas, knew the lap was over. But because where they give the checkered flag is so far into the braking zone, you lose any amount of time that you had on a lap there. So I had a much better lap going, but then I had to get out of the gas and start getting on the brakes because of the checkered flag. So all in all, would have been fine, but definitely had a faster lap in it than what that was.
All right, so gridded out for our final session. It's a DE1 and DE2 combo. So yeah, a lot of DE1 drivers going to be around me, and I'm still trying to work on stuff and improve. So let's go ahead and get it.
Alright, so this is probably the most annoying thing that happened in this session. As you saw before I came into the pits, there were like five, maybe 6 cars that were bunched up pretty close, being that this is HPDE 1 and 2 combined. So some slower cars and some slower people. I did not want to try to pick my way through that crowd for the next 5 laps. So I came into the pit asking for, hey, I need some space. And then they brought me back out after, I think, 2, maybe 3 cars that I think I went by while I was in the pit. So all in all, I came into the pits wanting space. I got put into a gap behind more slow cars, and then had to fight back from there. so don't know how loud it might be in the car, but yeah, we just finished off our second day at CMP. Last session was HPDE 1 and 2 combined, so less experienced people with my mid-level experience. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of slower cars that turns out, I talked to a couple instructors that a lot of the DE1 people had zero experience on a track before this weekend, so very, very, very low experience and awareness. So they weren't very quick to look up, see someone in the rear view mirror, and then give them a point by over the top of the car. Not the end of the world, but yeah, it made the session for me not worth it. I came into the pits to get more space, so I passed 3 or 4 vehicles, and then ran into another train of slow cars. Came into the pits, they said, cool, here's your space, go out now. And they put me behind like 3 other DE1 cars that I caught them very quickly and then stayed behind them yet again for a while. It was good practice for me to gauge how quickly I should close on someone, to not startle them, but to let them know, hey, there's a car here. So that was, I guess, my good takeaway from that session. Otherwise, it was parts of one lap were good, but the rest of the lap was compromised. Or the front half was good, the back half was bad, back half was good, front half was bad. Whatever it was just, it was messy. Marshall, good luck at Grid Life when you go back, and hopefully you have your wastegate sorted out, and you can get that 139, 138, or maybe drop into a 137. Best of luck to you coming up, and hope everyone else has a good time.